Hello everyone, my name is Sudeep Shah Rajirmire, working as an assistant professor in Mechanical Department of Mahatma Basveshwar Education Society, College of Engineering, Ambazawai. Our college is situated in the rural area of Marathwada region and college is affiliated to Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Loneri. I have total 15 years experience in that 8 years teaching experience and 7 years industrial experience. My area of interest include CAD/CAM, product design and development, automation and automobile engineering. So today I am going to talk about the automobile engineering subject. In that first unit is the introduction of automobile. So friend, you already know present age is called the age of automobile or self-propelled vehicle. A vehicle produced power within itself for its propulsion is known as a self-propelled vehicle. For example, mopeds, scooters, cars, bus, etc. The first automobile powered vehicle is powered by the steam engine and it was built in the France by Nicolas Joseph Cagnot in the year of 1769 to 1770. It was the three-wheeler vehicle having a speed of 2.5 miles per hour. This introduction topic includes the vehicle specification, classification of vehicle, different layout used in automobile, different types of frames and chassis used in automobile, main component of automobile, articulated vehicles, types of engine arrangement used in vehicle, need of power requirement and specification curve related to the tractive effort and tractive resistance. So all these points we are going to learn one by one in each lecture. Next slide. Friends, we are going to learn about the point vehicle specification. What do you mean by vehicle specification? You know, when we want to purchase a new vehicle, it may be the two-wheeler, four-wheeler. So we are going in a showroom and there is a salesperson guy who gives the information and additionally he provides the one brochure with the vehicle details. This vehicle details is nothing but the vehicle specification. It includes the types of vehicle, type of body of the vehicle, types of engine used, fuel capacity of the vehicle, mileage of that vehicle, then different variant available in that vehicle we can call as models, then turning angle, steering turning angle of that vehicle, curve weight, overall dimension of the vehicle and type of steering or suspension system used in that vehicle, etc. So all these points are coming under the vehicle specification. But apart from this, main points related to the basic of vehicle specification we are going to learn in these points or in these topics. So first point is the what is the thread, or you can call it the what is the track. There is a name given is the wheel thread or wheel track. In this figure it shows the wheel thread, F thread or R thread. F thread indicate the front side thread or front side wheel track and R thread indicate the rear side wheel thread or rear side wheel track. So thread means distance between the center of two tire, distance between the center of the two tire of an axle at a point where they contact the surface of level road. Distance between two tire where they contact the surface of the level road. Measurement are taken the exact midpoint of each pair of this tire. If wheel track is wider, it increases the handling capacity and stability of the vehicle. But same time, if it is less, in that case turning radius will become more for that vehicle. It also reduces the rolling, means sideways slips of the vehicle if the wheel track is large. Okay, next point is the GC, ground clearance. Hello friend, you have to draw all these figure while learning this point, and these all are the schematic diagram, and you can easily draw on your hard paper and make this copy with you. Next point is the GC, ground clearance. Here you can see the points below the differential up to the road surface level, means last point of the vehicle to the road surface is called the ground clearance. The technically speaking, this is the distance between the lowest point of the truck and the ground level. Normally differential bottom is the lowest point of the truck, and the truck with higher ground clearance is better suited for the operating of off-road vehicle or off-road terrain, like the highway trucks, it is always, or forest vehicle, it is used off-road. So these types of vehicle have the high ground clearance compared to our ordinary vehicles. I think you have understood this point very clearly, ground clearance. Next point is the CA. CA indicate the cab to the rear axle distance in the bus as well as in the van. So rear of the cab to the center line of the rear axle is called the CA dimension, and it gives the better information of the length available at the back. Next point, we are going to learn WB. WB stand for the wheelbase. Here different figures showing the different WB as per the different countries standards. In two axle vehicle, this is the center distance between the center line of the front and rear axle. Center line of the front and rear axle. In 3 axle, it is the distance between center line of first and third axle. First and third axle. In 3 axle, it is the distance between center line and first and third axle. Same in some countries, the wheelbase of vehicle with tandem rear axle measured from the center line of the front axle to the midpoint between the this last figure, center line of the rear two axle. Generally we can say in normal condition the center line of the front axle to the center line of the rear axle is called the wheelbase. We are going to learn next point is called the overhang. What is overhang? We already studied the wheelbase. Here two types of overhangs. When you see from the side of the vehicle, you can see here FOH stand for the front overhang and RO stand for the rear overhang. Front overhang is called the distance between the center line of the front axle to the front edge of the truck, and rear overhang is called the center line of the rear axle and rear end of the truck, the last end. When front overhang is large, actual turning radius will be more in this case, and if rear overhang is loaded with a heavy cargo or stuff, then rear axle will become excessive, and this can cause the front tire to lose their grip on the road, and in that case operation of steering is difficult. To avoid this, some country limit the permissible extent of rear overhang. It is given the standard 1.5 wheelbase for the trucks and 2/3 wheelbase for the van. Friend, I think you have understood this slide also. So we will go to the next, the classification of automobile. This automobile classification you already know, but to ignite your mind, I intentionally made here the empty space. So you will learn one by one of the classification of automobile. In that, first point is the classification of automobile with respect to their use. First point with respect to use are the mopeds, scooters, mopeds, scooters, then bikes. Second, on the basis of this, three wheelers, then four wheelers, like car, jeeps, then transport vehicle or goods carrier, transport vehicle or goods carrier, like bus or truck, bus and trucks. In three wheeler, auto rickshaw, best example. Next point is the capacity with respect to the capacity. First is the HTV, is the it's called the heavy transport vehicle, like the trucks and bus, coaches, dumpers also. Next point is the in that LTV, light transport vehicle, like the car, jeep, tempo. Friends, you already know, when we are going to to get our driving license, there is an option for the LTV and HTV. But LTV for the light transport vehicle and HTV for heavy transport vehicle. But if you want to get the license of HTV, before that 1 year there is a criteria to acquire the first LTV license. Once you complete 1 year LTV license, then you can apply for the HTV license, heavy transport vehicle license. So next point is related to the make and model. Make and model indicate the companies, like the Bajaj for two wheeler, Bajaj, then Hero Honda, Yamaha, Royal Enfield. Here in four wheeler, Tata Motors, Force Motor, Mahindra and Mahindra, Tata, Force Motors, Mahindra and Mahindra. So that you can write here make and model. Then fuel used. So basically there are two types of fuel used: petrol and diesel. Petrol and diesel. Petrol for the car, scooter, motorcycle, and diesel for the truck, bus, tractors. Then CNG vehicle, like the bus and auto rickshaws. Now you can see in our capital Delhi, Noida region. LPG vehicles, cars. Then new trend come, solar vehicle, LPG and CNG. Then solar also, solar vehicle. Now hybrid vehicle is also, electric vehicle is also, you can write here. Then body style, it may be the body style is the closed car. First type is closed car, like the saloon or coupe car having the roof over there. Then open car, like the sports cars or convertible cars. Then Third type in the body style is the special type, just like the estate car or station wagon. You can write here example in front of this all three. Next point, on the basis of classification, on the basis of types of wheels. Two-wheeler vehicle, bike, scooter, mopeds, three-wheeler vehicle, auto rickshaws and tempo, four-wheeler vehicle, cars, cars and jeeps, then six-wheeler vehicles, trucks and bus, then multi-wheeler vehicle, it's called the best example trailer. Then next point is the classification of automobile on the basis of drive arrangement. First, it again sub-classified into two types depending upon the steering arrangement. So first type is the right hand drive. Right hand drive. All Indian vehicle, you can say all Indian vehicle are right hand drive. And opposed to this is the left hand drive. Left hand drive. Most of Americans car. Most of American vehicle or cars. Most of American vehicle. Then next one is the classification on the basis of depending axle drive. If power is given to the front axle, then you can say front wheel drive. Then power is given to the rear axle, rear wheel drive. If power is given to the both axle, front as well as rear axle, then you can say all wheel drive or four-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Same meaning of both is same. Okay. On the basis of transmission, conventional transmission means manual transmission. Transmissions were related to the gearbox and clutch. First one is the conventional or manual transmission. Second one is the semi-automatic transmission. Third one is the fully automatic transmission. Fully automatic transmission. You can add here the last transmission is the CVT, continuous variable transmission. That also you can write. Apart from this, again the vehicle is classified with another point that this point is not mentioned here, is related to the suspension system. Suspension system. This suspension system is classified into two types. The first is the conventional suspension or leaf spring suspension. Conventional suspension or leaf spring suspension. And second type is the independent suspension. It uses the coil or torsion bar, coil spring or torsion bar, etc. Okay friends, our first topic, first these 2 points I have covered in our first topic. So if you have any doubt, feel free to contact me and ask me. Thank you.